Hello. My definition of health language, which is another controversial question, of course. There are, I believe, each one has its own definition of what is an health language. I would say that if you don't have at least a low intermediate level in one language, so you only have health language. I already talked about it before, but now I'm gonna talk about this in detail. So, if you're studying a language, such as, for instance, Arabic, or let's talk about a language that you cannot write. If you're studying Arabic, or Chinese, or Japanese, and you're only learning how to read or write, you're only learning how to speak without learning the script, or if you're learning the script and learning how to read and write, I would say that it's the same. If you're a beginner or a high beginner, you only got knowledge of that language. You can say, I speak that language. So, I'm studying several languages at the same time, such as Romanian, Turkish. I'm a high beginner, so I can say that I speak Turkish. I can say that I speak Romanian. I get some knowledge of those languages, I study those languages, and I intend to do it for a long time because they are languages that I like a lot. But I will never say, until I reach a low intermediate level, I will never say I speak Romanian and I speak Turkish. Though I can speak a little bit of Romanian and Turkish, but it's not enough. Same thing goes with French. Same thing happens with French. I'm a high beginner with French. I'm doing very great in French, but until I reach low intermediate level, I won't say that I speak French. And same thing goes for many other languages that I'm a beginner. For instance, I'm not even a high beginner. For instance, Vietnamese or Arabic. I'm a beginner, very beginner. In Arabic, even more than in Vietnamese. So I know a few things, but I won't say that I speak those languages until I reach a low intermediate level. Now, another thing. People might think, now talking about scripts, I want to learn some scripts now. I changed a little bit my mind. I don't want to learn all the scripts. I want to learn some scripts. I'll make videos about that too. The thing is, I don't believe that it is wise if you say, so you don't learn the script, that's self-language. No. Will it be wise to say that my grandmother, who can't read nor write, has only half language, or so many people that can't read nor write, such analphabets? There are so many people like that in so many Asian countries or African countries, more poor countries, of course, and in the tribes. Do they know how to read and write in the tribes? I was just watching a video, not a video. I was watching I was taking a look at a website talking about the near extinction languages. Some of them have something like 4, 6, 7 people, 7 native speakers, 50, 40 near extinction languages they are. I believe that probably there ain't nothing. There ain't no physical evidence of those languages. Probably they don't even know how to write those languages. Just like those languages from Africa, I don't recall the name in English now. Some of them are extinct too. I believe there ain't no reference of no writing reference of those languages. So it won't be wise to say if you can't read nor write, you only have half language. No, of course not. If you go to India, there will be a lot of people who can't read nor write for sure. In China, everywhere, even in Spain, even in Portugal, which are not poor countries, nor rich poor countries too, but even in here there are so many people who can't read nor write. Would it be wise to say you only have half language because you can't read nor write? Well, it won't. Of course it won't. The thing is, of course I want to learn a few scripts now. I want to learn some scripts because there are languages that I like a lot and that I intend to study on a higher standard, and I intend to study for a long time. So I believe it would be nice to learn the script for, let's see, traveling purposes. I go into a country and hey, let's take a look at the menu. Let's take a look at the menu at the newspaper. Yeah, that will be nice. But communication is still what I will be focusing on. I will always focus on communication. So that's my definition of health language. Health language is when you have less than a low intermediate level. Whether you are a beginner or a high beginner, it doesn't matter at all. For me, that's it. That's my definition of health language. Even if you know how to read and write properly, Arabic, Persian, Hindi, I don't know, sort of strange stuff, Tibetan, whatsoever. Even if you know how to read and write properly, but if you don't have at least a low intermediate level in that language, so don't you ever say that you speak that language. You say that you have some knowledge of that language and that you're studying that language. But you can only say that you speak that language when you reach a low intermediate level in that language. So I'm a philosopher, as you know, and that is my opinion. That is my definition of health language. So see you guys then.